Hello everybody, so another very entertaining lesson with me. In the last lesson we looked at how to import OBJ geometries and look at their selections, and today, continuing from that, I just want to quickly look at how to do this if you have FBX files instead. So FBX is just a different format to OBJ, and it has various other parameters that can be added to that, and various pros and cons between the two formats. That's not something I'm going to talk about today. I'm just going to show you how to import that FBX and also how to access the selections from within that. So if you remember, in the last lesson we looked at this OBJ here, and we noticed that there was lots of groups in here in the primitives, in the primitive attributes. Now let's take a look at doing it with an FBX. Hopefully we can do the same thing, right? So let's go in here. I've got my FBX here, exactly the same model. There we go. And I'm looking for my groups. Okay, you can't see anything there. Let's middle mouse click, and all I can see is a primitive attribute called name. I haven't really talked about the name attribute, and I will certainly do a lesson on that soon, so that this might make a bit more sense. But all you need to know now is that during or importing an OBJ will in fact create these many groups within that piece of geometry, but on the FBX that's not what happens. In fact, it's a bit more efficient here. Well, all it does is it creates one attribute, and then it renames the name on that per group. So each polygon, each primitive will be added here, and it will be added to the group under the name attribute. I hope that makes sense. So let's have a look at how I can maybe select them. So I'm going to go into this one here again. Do you remember this one where I can select my groups? I can color code them. There's also 9 for the hotkey. And this time I'm going to turn on this button here so I can see the colors. And because I'm in group select, I don't get anything. Nothing's happening, right? Remember, I'm going to get all those colors. Well, why is that? Well, because it's not a group, obviously. It's actually under the name attribute. Duh. So let's go into here and see if I have any other options. And I do. Here I've got my geometry groups, which is where it's in at the moment, but I also have name attribute. Click on that, and there we go. Now I've got something very familiar again. This is what I want. I'm going to turn off this color coding, and just like with the OBJ, I can now select the parts of the FBX in exactly the same way. So now you know that if you import the OBJ or the FBX, in order to find those selections is a slightly different way, a slightly different approach, but you can ultimately get the same result. Okay, hope that's useful. Sorry I went on a little bit there. You guys have a great day, and of course if you have any questions or comments, please leave them below. Be good. Bye bye.